Okay, let's see. Alright, here we go. Give me just a second and we'll get started with the run. Give me just a second and we'll get started with the run. Give me just a second and we'll get started. Okay, so this is Red Dead Redemption 2. I'm going to do a story run of it, which may become a 100% run later on if that's what I decide to do. Good friend of mine, who has been on this channel many a time, Kevin, suggested that maybe I should consider doing a little bit of a live stream of a story run of this game, and I figure why not give it a try. So I've already got a game that I have been working on for quite a while, but in order to live stream the missions that I have done up to this point, I'm just going to use the game's replay mission function, which will show the story, and I'll run through the missions that I have already completed, which there's quite a few. Red Dead Redemption is definitely, or Red Dead Redemption 2, I should say, is to my knowledge, and I may be wrong about this, but to this point, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, in total playing time and running time, it is the longest story mode a Rockstar game has had, by quite a bit, actually, from, again, what I'm understanding. And having played through this game one time completely, and that includes the epilogues, because there are 2 epilogues, and I think there's like 6 chapters, and each chapter just has tons of missions in it, including side missions, which, again, we'll kind of decide on that. The game's just super long and full of content. So let's see, if memory serves, there is a way, just gotta figure out how. There it is. Yeah, that's how you do it. So basically, you can see that each chapter has its own mission sets, which I'm only at chapter 2 in the current run. So it kind of gives you story progress so that you kind of know where we're at. So we're going to begin with chapter 1, the beginning of the game. It says, after a failed robbery, the gang had fled from Blackwater into the Grizzly Mountains, but a late spring storm has left them half frozen and starving. They hole up in an abandoned mining town to lick their wounds. and await a break in the weather. So, with that being said, let's get started with Outlaws from the West. Half frozen, close to death, and on the run, the gang finds shelter in an old abandoned mining town. Dutch, Arthur, and Micah head out to look for supplies. So yeah, this game is probably got one of the greatest storylines when it comes to story-driven games ever. In fact, Red Dead Redemption 1 had an incredible storyline in and of itself. I seem to recall playing that one. 1899, the age of outlaws and gunslingers was at an end. America was becoming a land of laws. Even the West had mostly been tamed. So basically, this story takes place. A few gangs still roamed, but they were being hunted down and destroyed. This takes place at the end of the Wild West, when the Wild West had become a little more, and the country had become a bit more civilized. But the gang members that were still gang members, that was all they knew, and that was the life they knew. Anyway, finishing the thought I was having while this is loading. If you have not played Red Dead Redemption, the original game, but you have played this one, Red Dead 2, I recommend you pick up Red Dead Redemption. Not only is it a great game, it basically Red Dead Redemption picks up where this one ends. That was the way they ended up designing this one.
Abigail says he's dying, Dutch. We'll have to stop someplace.
Okay. Arthur's out looking. I sent him up ahead.
If we don't stop soon, we'll all be dying. This weather, it's May. I'm just hoping the law got as lost as we did.
There. Arthur! Any luck?
I found a place where we can get some shelter. Let Davy rest while he... You know. An old mining town. Abandoned. It ain't far. Come on. Come on! Yeah!
So basically the story is this gang here is the Van der Linde gang. They're the main gang that we keep up with in the story. And they had tried to pull a robbery of a riverboat in Blackwater. And the riverboat, basically, long story short, they were set up and there were cops everywhere and things went kind of south.
Bring him in here!
Miss Gaskell, get that fire lit, quick. Miss Jones, bring in whatever blankets we have. Mr. Pearson, see what we've got in terms of food.
Davy's dead.
There was nothing more you could have done.
What are we gonna do? We need supplies.
Well, first of all, you're gonna stay here, and you were gonna get yourself warm. Now, I sent John and Micah scouting out ahead. Arthur and I, we're gonna ride out, see if we can find one of them. And this, just for a short bit. And I don't see what other choice we have. Listen.
listen to me, all of you, for a moment. Now, we've had, well, a bad couple of days. I loved Davy, Jenny, Sean, Mac. They may be okay. We don't know. But we lost some folks. Now, if I could throw myself in the ground in their stead, I'd do it. Gladly. But we are gonna ride out and we are gonna find some food. Everybody, we're safe now. There ain't nobody following us through a storm like this one. And by the time they get here, well, we're gonna be long gone. We've been through worse than this before. Mr. Pearson, Miss Grimshaw, I need you to turn this place into a camp. We may be here for a few days. Now, all of you, get yourselves warm. Stay strong. Stay with me. We ain't done yet. Come on, Arthur.
All right. We've got some work to do.
We ain't run into them yet, so they both must have headed down the hill.
Sure. Hey, I ain't had time to ask. What really went down back there on that boat?
We missed you. That's what happened. Come on. Oh.
Hey, you need horses?
Oh, yeah. Hey, Mr. Smith, get yourself indoors.
Okay. Okay, so I paused this just so I could get the rest of my early thoughts out, because this game there's constant a lot of talking, a lot of audio, and I don't want to interrupt it because this storyline is so engrossing, you just kind of become a part of their community. I even find myself sometimes talking to them back. So let me get these early thoughts out of the way so we can actually just enjoy the story. What I was saying is, if you have not played Red Dead 2, but you played Red Dead 1, you kind of want to play Red Dead 2 because Red Dead 2's story actually takes place before Red Dead 1. So if you want to play them in story order, play 2 and then 1. However, if you've played 2 and you haven't played 1 yet, you definitely want to play 1. And even though if you played 1 and haven't tried 2 yet, you know, everybody can pick up the story from what they've played. And if you haven't played neither, then definitely start with 2 and work your way through 2. And then 1 is a much shorter story, but it's still a very good, very engrossing story. And it continues to pick up from exactly where this game left off. So, basically that would be what I would say. The order, the time order in the game is 2-1, Red Dead 2, and then the original. Definitely recommend you play it that way. I actually played 1 first, but it didn't spoil it for me at all, because once you play through this one, the pieces start to come together from the other game, so it's kind of fun to piece it that way too. But just play the games. That's what really matters. These are really, really great games, and you're really, really robbing yourself if you don't allow yourself the opportunity to give these games a try, the Red Dead Redemption games a try. Now, I tell people all the time, you also got to keep in mind that the time frame of the game and the storyline. But here's something I will share with you. I had mentioned that a friend of mine suggested I play this. One thing he brought up was, you know, there are a lot of games that take place in a certain story time or certain time frame. And what we consider racist and wrong now, to stick with that story and to stick with that time frame, you know, they had to show the racism for what it was at that time. Men were stupid. This game, while it shows the racist tendencies of people and of man, you actually control what your main character's feelings are on subjects of race, religion, and a lot of other things. Women's suffrage, for example, things like that. So the thing that I love about this game is your character can be you and your personal views. There'll be a scene later on, I don't want to spoil it too much, but there's a scene that comes up where I get to deal with what this game's version of the Ku Klux Klan is. Now, being a white man married to a Native American woman with 4 African American and white and Native American, lineage children, I guess that's the word, lineage or race, basically biracial kids. I am not a racist man. And anyone that knows me will tell you that. And I can make Arthur Morgan not a racist man. And that's the road that I will choose to go. But it has been seen that you can make him racist, sexist, whatever you want. And while it affects Arthur's good, honorable to dishonorable meter, the only thing it really affects is the ending. If you're dishonorable all the way through, you get what's known as the bad ending, or the bad Arthur ending, which I'll go over these endings once we get there. That's a long ways away, but there's a good ending, a bad ending, a true ending, and then there's a secret, what they consider a secret ending or a special ending, which if you play through the epilogue and do certain events in certain order, you get what to me is actually the truest ending to the next game in the series, the original Red Dead. So anyway, I've yacked on for long enough, and I've wasted too much time kind of just venting, or not venting, but expressing how we're going to do this, but in the same aspect, I wanted to make sure that I got all of this out of the way, because, as I said, this story is so engrossing, and it's constantly alive. The game's characters are constantly doing something. So even when you're not in camp, you can kind of envision what those in camp are doing. Anyway, so let's actually sit back now and pick up the game where we're at. We found this shelter. Arthur found us a place. They're going to get warmed up. We have no food. We have no money. And one of our members, Davy, just died. So things are looking pretty bleak for the Vanderlands. I'll get it out in a minute. Pretty rough right now. But we'll see what we can do to make things better.
You need to rest that hand. I'll live. Get indoors, son.
We need you strong.
Okay.
Come on, let's go.
Ain't sure what we're gonna find out here, Dutch.
We have to try. Stay close. We'll do our best to stick to the trail.
This goddamn weather.
Been 2 days or more like this now. Oh, it has to blow over soon.
So this is supposed to be a late spring storm. So this is like one of those snowstorms like we get here in North Carolina where I'm from, where the bigger storms that we've ever gotten here came late in the year. They came late in the year, and they're the worst, the ones that come right at the beginning of spring, an early spring snowstorm. So this is kind of like what we would deal with.
Me, son. Don't want to lose you.
Can't believe we lost Davy, too.
He's the last one, Arthur. No more. We need to get those people warm and fed.
At least we don't need to worry about Pinkertons tailing us in this.
A couple more days, we'll be on the other side. You need to help me pick the others back up. You're the only one I can rely on to stay strong right now.
We got fire and shelter. That's a start. So, do you think it was a trap in Blackwater?
That many men? Oh, they knew we were coming. But there was money on that boat, all right. Lots of it. I stashed what we took with all our money in town right before we fled. Wait, Is that someone coming towards us? You up ahead. Who's there? Micah.
Gentlemen,
Found anything?
I think so. Found a little homestead down that way.
Okay. Anyone home?
Sure. Place is blazing with light and noise. Sounded like a party.
Let's go see.
Follow me. How's Davy doing?
He didn't make it. Nor did little Jenny.
That's too bad. Davy was a real fighter. Both of them Calendar boys is, or was.
Yeah,
And Mac, Sean,
we don't know.
quite a business.
I'm glad you're all right, Micah.
Always! Ask him if he's seen John.
Hey, have you seen John, Micah?
Didn't see much of anything once this storm came in.
He hasn't seen him.
He'll be fine. Things always turn out right for that boy.
I hope. Mac and Sean.
Yo. So I'm doing what you suggested.
I don't know what that was.
You suggested that I live stream Red Dead Redemption 2's storyline. In other words, I'm making you aware that it is recording.
Oh, okay. That's fine. What was the name of that, that game you wanted me to check out?
Which one, Mafia 2 or Aragami?
Aragami. That's
Aragami. And you may not be, I don't know if it's, PlayStation Now only or if it's actually available to be bought at this point. Well, the cats are fighting again.
Oh, here we go. Aragami.
You found it?
Yeah. Aragami 1 and Aragami 2.
Oh, she didn't tell me there was twos. But yeah, that's the. Hey, Kaida.
Hello.
Kaida, I'm gonna make you aware the way I did Kevin, just so you know I'm recording.
Okay.
So, it doesn't matter. I don't care what you say. Just be made aware. It'll be on video, but no one ever watches my channel anyway, so it don't matter. Kevin suggested I live stream Red Dead Redemption 2 story mode, which I had just started doing.
Are still out there somewhere too.
I'm trying to see if there's anything good to play. Any deals? Look, Red Dead. I can get Red Dead Redemption 2 for $31.
You know what? That's about. Let's see. You said 31. That's about $40 cheaper than what I paid for it. I bought it when it was new. It was like $70.
Mm-hmm. I think I'm gonna wait until it gets a little bit cheaper because I am cheap.
It's a good game though. It is. Red Dead 2 is good. Red Dead Online is actually really good too. I actually found lately I like it a little better than I did do GTA Online. They got bounties where you go hunt, various people, and you can tie them up with a rope and bring them back to the police station, and you get paid for getting them alive. Or you can kill them and bring them back to the police station. You won't get as much money, but it's a little easier to kill the person than try to catch them with a rope. So you can either, and then some of them are only wanted alive, then you have to rope them. And then some of them are just flat out wanted dead, where you have to kill them. There's hunting, there's fishing, there is moonshining, where you get the ingredients, make the moonshine, and then sell it. There's a lady that she collects rare antiques, which are scattered all over the map. The map is huge, and you find these antiques everywhere, just laying around. And you can bring these antiques to her and sell them to her, and you get money. Because like any online game like GTA, money's a big key. The more stuff you can find, the more money you can make, the more you can accomplish.
Snuff and stash those
So,
lanterns, boys. Let's
but yeah.
lie low on this.
And like I said, the story mode, this is one of the best gaming stories I've ever played.
Hey, what are you doing? Okay. Let's head down there.
Okay.
But yeah, Aragami is the game that she named her cat after.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't remember whether it was 1 or 2 I was playing. Like I said, I played the PlayStation Now version of it. And I only played for a minute. But she likes the game, so.
Let's hitch up here.
Bro, there's really nothing I want to play. I'm looking.
What happened to your NBA parties?
They don't play 2K22.
Oh, they didn't get the new one?
They're waiting for the PS. They're waiting to get it for when they get their PS5.
Ah.
Let me handle this. We don't want to spook these fine people.
So Caitlin did you a really, really nice gift, but unfortunately the rest of your friends aren't following along.
Well, Michael and them might get it.
There you go. Eventually everybody will get it. You just get to be the first to have it.
Yeah.
Which means when the rest of us slow asses finally get it, you'll already know how to play the game well, and the rest of us will still be learning.
That cattle shed on the left. Micah, get down behind that wagon in front.
I don't know what I want to play.
So what time did y'all finally get out?
I made sure we were all done by 11:20.
What are you doing?
There you go, I hear you.
Get out of sight.
Well, I went to Tizzy and told her, look, school bus gets here at 6:30 in the morning. Shannon's got to be here at 9. I said, we're about done, you know, pulling. Is it all right if I go? And she told me I could go. I was good, so.
Mm-hmm.
Arthur, get in
I
position.
want to play Fortnite. I really don't. What games do I have that I can just play? I don't feel like going in the room. I kind of want to eat. What are you playing, Kaida?
Hello?
Need for speed.
Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
Hello?
Her and Trey been getting into that a lot lately.
Hello, friend.
What you want?
I mean, I was playing it too,
Sorry
but then
to
I
disturb you.
got 2K and I was like,
My
I'm gonna
friends
play
and
this
I,
for a
well, we
while.
got into
I play
some
Apex a little bit.
trouble up the way.
I should probably play
Lost in the
Fortnite and try
storm.
to level up some more. I just get tired of dying.
Gentlemen,
We can't help you, mister.
I got folks
Arthur.
dying on the trail.
Arthur, we got a problem. Folks, there's a corpse right here.
Now, I just
Arthur,
need some
there's a
cans
body
of food
in the
or
wagon.
something.
I hear you. Just
Gentlemen,
keep your eyes on Dutch.
please.
I think you should go.
Over there! Four of them! Into them!
I messed that all up.
There's another one shooting from the window.
What did you do?
I missed my headshot. Gave up my position.
I got more strength than you goddamn bastards! You're dead now! One of them's making a run for it! Arthur!
Yeah, I gotta. It's so long since I actually played these first missions. I gotta try to remember how they go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the first mission in the game, you're supposed to
Going too well.
wait until they actually tell you to shoot at the guy, and I accidentally hit the trigger.
Micah, go bring the horses closer to the house. Arthur, let's go search the cabin.
I mean, it's okay. It is what it is. I killed him anyway.
Smells like a party in here.
Turn the place upside down. Grab as many supplies as you can. We need the essentials. Food, medicine, whiskey.
I'm starving.
You should eat something now. Get your strength up for the ride back. O'Driscoll's. I don't believe it.
It's a strange one, all right. Maybe they're hiding up here, too. There's a big price on Colm O'Driscoll's head. Nearly as big as the one on yours.
Wanting Colm dead is about the only thing me and Uncle Sam agree on.
I haven't played Plants vs. Zombies in a
Looks
while
like the
either.
poor bastard was married, too. At some point.
If we can't eat it or drink it, put it down.
What's in my library? Let's see.
Oh.
The place is dry and warm. We could maybe move the women and Jack down here.
Maybe. We'll see how they are when we get back. I don't really want us to split up.
By the way, the pregnancy test was negative.
Okay, that's good.
So apparently the dizziness and queasiness might be just some bug floating around. That child catches everything that floats in the air. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm really amazed she hadn't got COVID yet, but she hadn't. Got everything else, but she hadn't got COVID. Or at least that I know of, she hasn't gotten it. Like I said, she hadn't lived here since Christmas, so. But anyhow, yeah, I figured I'd let you know. It turns out, not a grandfather yet. Wanna be, it just hadn't happened yet. It will eventually. They're young.
Yeah.
Plenty of time for all that. I do not recommend anybody learn parenthood the way I did, though. I was a bachelor until 4 years ago. A single bachelor. And in a matter of a few weeks and a lot of soul searching, I became a stepdad and a husband. Well, a stepdad first. Well, not even a stepdad first. I just became their friend first. Then I married their mom and became their stepfather. So I went from no kids and single to a wife and 4 kids in the blink of an eye. Don't recommend anybody do it that way. I recommend they take their time, but you know what? It's okay. I don't regret it either. I want to make that very clear in case my wife is watching this later on. Honey, I don't regret it a bit.
Still looking, Dutch.
Let's see, what else is in this place? Oh yeah, there we go. There we go. Now we're finding good stuff. Ow!
Sorry, I forgot my headphones weren't plugged in.
That was loud. So Miss Sarah walked away, huh?
Yep.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna miss her. She's a good person. She's just really, really gullible.
Oh yeah.
Let a lot of... Peachy just lets people walk all over, and she really doesn't need to.
What?
I keep hoping if she hangs around us long enough, she'll get the idea to start just, you know,
Arthur, keep
fighting
looking
back
for stuff.
for once. stand up for herself
Arthur,
and stuff.
go see if there's anything in that barn.
Because
Micah,
she
you search the cabin.
she's
See
a
what
good
we
girl,
missed.
but she just lets them walk all
Sure.
over her. But I do wish her well. I think she'll actually do well in the restaurant industry. She's got the personality for it. I think she'll like that a lot more than sitting at the front door at Walmart.
Bastard shot my cousin! Well, he started it. I'm gonna break your neck!
What's going on?
This guy just jumped me!
Oh, did he now?
Sneaky little bastard. Should I kill him?
No. Not yet. Find out what they're doing here and where Colm is.
Oh, this son of a bitch will talk. Where's Colm O'Driscoll?
With the others. At an old mining camp southwest of here. Near the lake.
What are you bastards doing? Why are you up here?
We're fixing to rob some train. Gonna blow the tracks. I don't know more than that, I swear.
Well, I would say it looks like you have this, Arthur. Do what you want with him. I don't care. But bring that horse when you're done. Oh.
I don't know anything else.
Okay, so to my live stream audience, the decision you make here determines Arthur's honorable or dishonorable gauge and where it starts at.
Get the hell out of here. Go.
So I choose to go for the most honorable approach, but to each their own. This is also where you get your first gun. And don't forget to pick up Arthur's hat, because he looks weird without it. Anytime somebody hits him, the hat will fall off. Just pick it up after the fight. And now we unlock the probably second most important part of the game, which is horsemanship.
It's okay.
They teach you how to calm a horse, how to take care of a horse, and how to upgrade a horse. And in the end, you can actually buy horses to, you know, suit the needs that you need for the missions. However, I don't want to spoil it. Just don't get real attached to them, because they're not very durable. The horses die very easily. So, you know, if you name one, don't name it after your wife or your kids or something like that, because most likely you're going to end up losing it in a gunfight somewhere in the game anyway.
That looks like a decent horse. You should keep him. Tie him up over there, Arthur.
So, Kaida, how was your night? I didn't see you very much except for at the very end.
What the hell do you think
Yeah, I bet you are.
I'm tired too.
When Tizzy called me, she said, I really need you to come over and do this truck. I feel really bad for Kaida. I'm over here helping her. And I was in the bathroom. Nick was in the bathroom.
Hiding, of course, naturally.
Well, he was hiding. I was actually using the bathroom. Because she'd already told me I had to come over there when I was done. So yeah, in my defense, I don't know what he was doing there, but I know I was actually using the bathroom. In fact, I didn't even realize he was in there until she called him first. And he ignored her call, and then I answered it. And then I hung up the phone, and he was like, that was rude answering the phone while you're on the toilet. I said, well, I feel like ignoring the call would be more rude. He was like, well, I texted her and told her I was in the bathroom. Well, I was like, well, I guess I could have done that. But I mean, it's not like I was moaning and groaning and griping or something. I was just sitting there getting ready to get up. Answer the phone, get your instructions, tell her you'll be right there, you know?
3 days ago, and my husband,
But anyway, she said she'd gone back to help Kaida because she felt bad for what Kaida had left.
Can't stay here. You come with us. Arthur,
Miss.
Honestly,
We're bad men. We ain't them.
I don't know. I
It's
mean,
okay. Get on.
honestly, I feel like we
Keep you
did
safe
700
until you
things
figure out
and we
what you wanna
accomplished
do.
nothing.
What's your name, miss? Miss?
Adler.
Adler.
Sadie Adler. Mrs. He was my husband.
No, I feel you.
I try to give Tess my best. I know how much it means to her to move up, and this is kind of her opportunity.
Yep.
Hey!
So I try to make her
Somebody's
look
coming.
as good as I can.
Looks like it's Dutch. Hey, everybody, Dutch is back.
How'd you get on?
Micah found a homestead, but he weren't the first. Colm O'Driscoll and his scum, they beat us to it. We found some of them there, but there is more about, apparently. Scouting the train. Thank you.
That's the last thing we need right now, Dutch.
Well, it is what it is. But we found some supplies, some blankets, a little bit of food, and this poor soul, Mrs. Adler, Miss Tilly, Miss Karen, would you warm her up? Give her a drink or something? And Mrs. Adler, it's gonna be okay. You're safe now. They turned her into a widow. Animals. I need some rest. I haven't slept in 3 days.
You're over here. Miss O'Shea will show you the way. Mr. Morgan, we put you in a room over here.
Thank you, Miss Grimshaw.
Mr. Bell, you're with the fellas over there.
What? How come Arthur gets a room and I get a bunk bed next to Bill Williamson and a bunch of darkies?
Get yourself to bed.
But yeah, I try to make her look as good as I can. Alright, so that's the first mission. And again, for the live stream again, as I said, the first few missions I'm going to be doing as a replay because I've actually already started this file, but I'm only in chapter 2, so once I get past, finish up the ones I've done in chapter 2, then it'll actually be straight. Like, you'll see me go from location to location on the map, and we'll probably mix the side quests in and things like that there too, because I'll be back to just playing straight up. But I did want to get, all the story in here, as this is a story run. Yeah, it was funny when I started this, Kevin, I did a little intro, and I mentioned that you were the one that inspired me to go ahead and start this story run, so go figure, he's actually here for the first run. And
Oh, yeah.
Say hi to the people, Kevin.
What's going on, everybody?
Give a shout out to your channel, too.
No, this is Kevin here with Crunk Studios. You can check us out on YouTube. We play, I play mostly, we have all sorts of gameplay up there. You should check it out.
And what I might suggest at some point, you don't have to do it tonight, but if you guys actually wanted to do some like co-commentary with me, all you got to do is go to my YouTube channel and the stream's live. You'll be a few seconds behind me as far as what I'm seeing, but you'll see, you'll be able to see the gameplay.
Yeah.
So you'd be able to kind of see what I'm talking about when I'm talking to the audience.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, let's get started with the second mission here. Let's see, how did I do that before? I believe it's under progress. It is. Alright, so the next mission, enter pursued by a memory. John hasn't returned from an earlier scouting trip. Arthur and Javier ride out into the snow to look for him. So we'll get that mission started now. So if we were actually playing this straight through without me having completed some of these missions, basically this next mission would actually kick in almost automatically, if I'm not mistaken, because you don't actually have points to go to on the map yet, as the game has just started. But eventually there would actually be places on the camp, in the camp,
He ain't been seen in days.
that you would need to go to
Weather ain't let
trigger
up.
the missions.
He's strong, and he's smart. Strong, at least.
Hello, Arthur.
Abigail?
Arthur, how you doing?
Just fine, Abigail. And you?
I need you to... I'm sorry to ask, but...
It's little John. He's got himself caught into a scrape again.
He ain't been seen in two days.
Your John will be fine. I mean, he may be as dumb as rocks and as dull as rusted iron, but that ain't changing because he got caught in some snowstorm.
Please go take a look. Javier?
Yes.
Javier, will you ride out with Arthur to take a look for John? You're the two best fit men we've got.
Now?
We're pretty worried about him.
I know. If the situation were reversed, he'd look for me.
Thank you.
This way. Last I know, John was headed up the river.
For all we know, he kept riding north and never looked back.
He wouldn't leave. Not like that.
Okay, so I'm going to pause this for a second just to give some background. John Marston is the character we are now looking for. If you played Red Dead Redemption 1, you know who John Marston is, as that is the person that you play almost all the way through Red Dead Redemption 1. If you have not played Red Dead Redemption 1, the slight background is this. Okay, well, you figured out that Dutch van der Linde, he's the leader of the van der Linde gang. All these people have come into the gang for various reasons, and because they all have various things that add to camp. For example, Susan Grimshaw, she kind of controls the ebb and flow, makes sure the chores get done, things like that. She's kind of like one of your managers. She just kind of leads, and trust me, you want to beat her more than once, but you find out she's actually got a good heart. She's just extremely loyal. Hosea, the older gentleman, he is kind of Dutch's right hand. Him and Dutch are kind of almost partners in this deal. And Arthur, the character that we are, that was the first. Basically, Arthur was like in his teens. He had no parents. He was kind of on the run, just doing whatever. Dutch found him and kind of adopted him as his son, taught him to read. Well, not long after Arthur came along, another young kid, John Marston, came along. So Arthur and John are brothers. Basically, in their own way, they're adopted by Dutch, and they're Dutch's sons, and they're brothers. But before any of the game happened, John ran off, and they'll talk about it a little bit as we go through, but John ran off for about a year. I'm not exactly sure why, but everyone forgave him. He had his reasons, everyone except for Arthur, and Arthur still holds a grudge, but he's still a brother. And basically, Arthur will do anything for Dutch. Dutch is a father to him. So, just to give you a little background there, you'll get to know the various members of camp and what they do and all that as I go through. So, yeah.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Trust and believe, folks, by the time we finish chapter 1, you're going to be sick and tired of seeing snow.
Hey, I see some smoke. Come on, let's take a look.
Let's hope it ain't more of O'Driscoll's boys.
Well,
so Javier is,
seems somebody left.
one of his big skills is tracking.
Recently.
He is obviously, I think he's Cuban.
That way.
I'm not positive. I don't know if they
Come on,
actually
man.
acknowledged it, but I seem to remember him saying he was Cuban.
There's some
And
tracks
his
leading
main
to the river.
skill is tracking. He's really good at it. He's also a hell of a gunman. So.
God damn, got fucking mowed down. Sorry.
No, you're good.
You think it's John?
But yeah, Javier's main thing is he's a good tracker, and he's really good living off the land, and he's really good with his gun.
So, you were there, Javier. What really happened?
No, you're good, Kevin. I'm just kind of throwing in commentary here and there. A lot of the game does its own commentary. Like I said, this is one of the most engrossing stories I've ever played. They're talking constantly, so I'm going to be talking over them anyway.
Watch out for this crevice.
But once you get real good into the story, you almost find yourself living in the West. It's actually a pretty cool time.
That ain't like him, though.
It was a time when a man could determine who and what he was by his actions, and was judged by those actions.
Davey got shot. Mac and John, both shot too. Sean, we don't even know. I'm surprised we escaped at all. By the time you boys showed up from the other side of town, we were only just holding on.
Bad business, all right.
Hey!
So while I got a minute, let me introduce the other member of our little commentary crew. Well, here comes another member of the crew. I got Kaida here with us. Say hi, Kaida.
Hello.
And just joining us, just so that you're aware, Peachy, I am live streaming right now, so what you say will be heard. So you can say what you want, but just don't get on there and give your credit card number or your address or something, because we're live on the internet. And if I get to talking like about something completely off topic, I'm probably talking to my live stream audience.
Horses are getting tired.
But hello, Peachy. How are you now that you promoted yourself to customer of Walmart?
About this, Javier. I mean, we can't follow nothing.
Let's push on a little bit.
By the way, you didn't tell me goodbye.
Almost there, boy. Come on now.
No, I was either on COVID leave or on vacation.
Hey, look, over there. You see that?
But I mean, I'm glad that I think you're in a better industry. That's what I was telling Kevin. He said you're like working like serving food or something.
Let's see if he can hear us.
It's a better industry, and quite frankly, I think you're a better fit for it. Because you have a really good personality and a really bubbly attitude, and that serves well when serving people food.
Where you going?
Oh, I'm sure you're tired. It's all right.
It's coming from up ahead.
Well, don't fall asleep behind the wheel.
I don't think we can go much further on the horses. We'll have to walk from here. I'd grab that shotgun from your horse. Who knows what's up ahead?
Let's see, make sure you grab the shotgun, people. You're gonna need it for this mission.
Shotgun, come on.
I'm here. What? I'm doing something. I said hi to you when you first entered and you ignored me.
Yeah, now all of a sudden she's ignoring you, Kevin. You get engaged, and all of a sudden now she doesn't want to be our friend. I see how it is.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of funny. You know what, Sarah? I was that way at one point. I was.
I'm so hungry.
I was that way at one point. Well, he might feel that way right now, but he might change his mind later.
Oh, thank you, Jesus Christ.
Come on.
And then he said, "Alright, you sleep over there."
My bad,
in the other
viewers.
room.
He told me to get the sawed-off shotgun, and I grabbed the regular shotgun. That's why it wouldn't move forward for a minute there. Sorry about that, folks. Yeah, I grabbed my regular shotgun, but I needed the sawed-off.
I need to play a game, but I don't know what to play. I'm hungry.
Okay. Watch out here.
Yeah, don't run down this slope. You will slide, fall, and I have thrown Arthur off the side of the mountain before. Take his advice, walk slowly. Don't hit the run button. Because that's a long drop. I'm one of those that's got a fear of heights anyway, and I actually get a little bit shaky when I look off the side of that mountain like that. That's how realistic it feels.
Move a bit faster. Drops down here. Watch yourself.
No. I guess I'll play Need for Speed. Oh my god, I need food. I can't keep doing this to myself.
Doing what to yourself?
Not eating.
Yeah, you need to eat. You're getting ready to be. You're getting ready to be a married man. You better eat while you can.
Watch your step. This is real slippery.
Stay close to the wall. Up this way.
Yeah, I know. I need to know before I finish doing this, Tim. Oh, I have this burrito in here. I keep forgetting about it.
That sounds closer now. Come on. We're coming, John.
I got one of them dollar burritos from Walmart.
Dang, it's cold.
Alright, so here in a second, it's gonna tell you to drink some whiskey.
How you doing?
There it goes.
Been a tough few days.
Yeah, it's gonna tell you to drink whiskey. Whiskey or any kind of liquor improves your character's
Take a drink of that.
stamina. Briefly.
I'm not designed for this, you know.
But you can drink too much at one time and you can pass out drunk. Another thing that increases not only your stamina but your awareness, or what the game calls your Red Dead sight, is to smoke a cigarette or a cigar. That will help as well. And to increase your health, eat food.
He's down here.
Down here. All right. Hot down, Marston.
How far are you from the
Scratch
house?
you got there. Never thought I'd say this, but good to see you, Arthur Morgan.
Where'd you go?
You don't look so good.
Why?
Don't feel too good neither. I'm freezing.
You went all the way over there for that?
Don't die just yet, cowboy.
Why did you go out there is my question.
Well, we can't go back the way we came.
Well,
Let's try this way.
that's bum biggity whack.
Can't argue with you there.
I wish somebody would buy this damn pin instead of liking it. God damn. Yeah, you like the pin. It's a nice pin. Buy the pin.
You alright?
I think so.
Come on. Hopefully this will lead us out. You see that on the ridge?
Perfect.
Okay.
I'll distract him while you get to the horses. Go. Draw them off.
So the idea here is to draw the wolves to you and keep them away from John.
I want McDonald's. But they're not open. Mm-hmm. And like the smart people you are, you never called about it.
Okay, let's get going before any more of these bastards show up.
So here is where I recommend you switch over to your repeater or something that fires a little faster than the shotgun, because now we're going to get attacked by wolves while we're trying to ride out.
Come on, then.
So you may want to switch to, like I said, a repeater or something that can hold more bullets and reloads a little faster.
I don't feel too good.
You'll be fine. It's just like a dog bite.
Knew a fella, got bit by a dog, died
200.
an hour later.
You ain't gonna die. Not yet. Up there! More of them! Stay back! Easy! Shit, there's more on the right! More coming in on the left! Alejate de mí!
Get the hell out of here! Get out!
Get out of here!
Get out of here!
Oh, that's ass. I reached 200 before I went under there. God damn it.
Wow, that should have went a lot better than it did. Let's try that again and like not let the wolves eat up the horse.
Come on, then. Let's get back to the others.
That was weird. Usually my repeater does this fine there. I don't know why it didn't that time.
I don't feel too good.
You'll be fine. It's just like a dog bite.
Knew a fella, got bit by a dog, died an hour later.
You ain't gonna die. Not yet. Up there! More of them! Get the hell out of here!
Get out of here! Over again. Jesus Christ, dude. I'm just trying to do 200 through the speed trap.
Go! Get the hell out of here! Get out!
There we go, I got it that time.
You see any more, Arthur?
God damn,
think
what?
so.
What was that car in my way? I was
still with us,
literally almost
Marston?
there, and there was a car.
You're gonna be okay.
Could not
You have
turn for
shelter
some
now.
stupid reason. My
Thanks
car
for
said,
coming for me.
Of course. That bullet in Blackwater, now this. You had a hell of a time.
And Arthur always says, I'm lucky.
None of us are lucky right now. Should ride in the water for a bit. Try to lose a scent. Don't want to leave a trail right back to camp.
You know, we're gonna need to come up with a better story for that scar. So, freezing, bleeding, starving, damn near getting eaten to death ain't good enough for you?
Here, let's cross
oh
to the
my
left.
god, didn't even count. I got to 210 and then one more right past it.
Let's push hard and get back.
See those buildings up ahead, John? That's where we camped. Nearly there.
Alright, so we made it the second time.
Come on! Someone help John down off this horse.
Can we get some help here? Can we get some help? We need some help here.
Come on, help him down.
You're alive! You're alive!
Come on, here we go. There we go. Ay, careful, idiotas! It's his
Damn,
leg.
I did not see that car
Come on,
coming.
let's get you warm. Thank
That
you.
shit's
Thank you
annoying.
both.
I just made the speed
This
trap.
is a new low, even by your standards.
Thank you, Arthur.
You're not gonna make it home, are you?
Lost maidens need saving?
Not today.
I don't know, you sound like you're dying.
I was just discussing with Herr Strauss when the weather breaks. I suppose we'll have to keep heading east.
East? Into all that civilization?
I know. The west is where our problems are worse. Come
Your
on,
throat's
Herr
sore.
Strauss, let's get warm.
Thank you, Mr. Morgan.
A lot of karaoke. Okay, as long as it's not COVID. Well, I was gonna say the picture I saw earlier on Facebook, you look like you're having a good time. I hear you.
Mama the way Rio does.
Okay, folks, that was the second mission. So the third one, the Aftermath of Genesis. The game's getting low on supplies, so Pearson, Mr. Pearson is the camp cook. He also can make things like holsters for your gun. So he basically can craft things. He's kind of the resourceful guy in the camp. He's going to send myself, or Arthur, I should say, being played by me, of course, and Charles, who is our, get this, Native American, African American gang member. The Native American in him makes him a good tracker, a good hunter, and a good fisherman, which hunting and fishing actually become a pretty big part of this game. That's basically where most of your food comes from. And on top of that, he's the best bowman that we've got. Right now he can't use his bow because when the story starts his hand's jacked up. But once he gets his hand healed up later on, he'll actually use his bow probably more often than you'll see him use his gun. Not that he's not good with a pistol or a rifle, he is. He just tends to use the bow more. Not that that's a bad thing at all, because hunting is actually better in this game with a bow, because you don't spook the other animals away. So, yeah, this is mission number 3, folks. Chapter 1. Okay, I gave my little preview. You guys can go ahead and continue with your regularly scheduled conversation now.
I'm concentrating on beating this score on Need for Speed.
Now, I did download Mighty Morphin Power Rangers off of PlayStation
now. Oh, no, you got the battle... Oh. I thought you got the battle grid. I was like, oh, Tim, we're going to have to fight.
We have a few
battle
cans
grid?
of food and a wrap.
Yeah.
For what? 10, 12
like a fighting game.
When I was in the Navy, I do not wish to hear about what
this
you got
game's
up
a
to
fighting
in the Navy,
game.
Mr. Pearson.
What do you do?
We were stranded at sea.
It's... Let me see what it is. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Battle for the Grid. So that is... Yes. I downloaded that off of PlayStation Now.
For 50 days.
PlayStation Now?
Yeah.
Okay.
When we ran away from Blackwater,
Because I had never actually
well,
looked at the game until then.
Sometimes shopping trips need to be cut short. We'll survive.
Fucking
fine. Always have. If needs be, we can eat you. You're the fattest. I sent Lenny and Bill hunting, and
Trying
they
to beat
found
all the kind of scores. So let's go.
Lenny's more into book learning than hunting. Bill's a fool.
Excuse me?
Unless those
You heard
mountains
me.
are full of game that want to read, ain't no wonder they found enough of this. We'll go find something.
You did what to him?
Wait a second.
You heard
Hold
me.
on. Here. You're gonna need
Is he
something
talking
out
smack
there.
to you, Kaida?
Assorted, salted
Sounds
off.
like it.
Looks like you're going to have to turn that mic on and start swearing at him.
Come on, let's go. You can't go hunting. Look at your hand. I can't stay here listening to you two.
Yeah, Kaida's our quiet little friend. She doesn't say a whole lot, but every now and again she'll slip up and her true feelings will come out. We call those our entertaining times. But she's actually really got a great personality, and she's a hard-ass little worker, too. She outworks the shit out of me. But she should. She's about 40 years younger than me, too.
You take this. I can't use it, and you'll have to.
Oh, you're joking.
Use a gun, and we'll scare off every animal for miles around. You're never too old to learn, I imagine. All right, let's head out.
Alright, so... yeah, now we're gonna go learn to hunt with Charles. This mission is more of a tutorial than an actual mission, but it's one you want to pay close attention to. Like I said, hunting's very important in this game for survival, so
I'm okay, apart from this hand.
it's important that you do this and do it well.
Still bad? It'll be fine in a day or two. I just can't pull a bow right now.
I sure hope I can. Never really got the hang of it.
You'll be fine.
So, you reckon we're gonna find something to kill that ain't no Driscoll?
Huh. There's meat up here for sure. Pearson doesn't know what he's talking about. Now the weather's eased off a bit, he'll be needing to feed.
But yeah, we can play Mighty Morphin Power Rangers at some point too. Once I learn how to actually play it.
I should get back into it. I need to practice.
I played a little bit of the story's intro.
It's boring. The story's boring. It's boring. It's all about the multiplayer action.
I wish I could have done
more. But that fucking story's all over the place.
Lot to think back on. I still don't really know what happened on that boat.
Me neither.
It wouldn't do me any good anyway, Kevin. I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't actually watch the show.
It sure weren't good.
Didn't like the show. What little bit I saw of it, I didn't get it. So, actually, one of the main reasons I downloaded it was I was curious to see if it was any good. First of all, because I do remember a really good Super Nintendo game that was Mighty Morphin Power Rangers that I did enjoy.
I played that on my channel.
I think it was kind of like a Street Fighter game.
Yeah.
Or not Street Fighter, I'm sorry, Final Fight.
Yeah, I played it on my channel.
But yeah, I remember liking that game.
The Black Ranger was my favorite.
Which, now that I know you actually played through that on your channel, I'm going to have to go back and watch that.
Oh, it's funny as hell.
See some of the guys over here.
But anyway, yeah, I remember that game. It was a really good Super NES port. So I was like, well, maybe it's like that, which then I played it, and obviously it's not. It's a fighting game.
The wind's died down too.
But
That's good.
I mean, it was fun what I played of it. It's just I'm going to have to learn the buttons.
Stay quiet.
I don't want to play this no more on board.
Stop here a second. I see something.
Excuse me?
Got myself strangled on my Pepsi.
There's deer been here recently.
How can you tell?
How can you not? We'll track them on foot. You're gonna don't leave it on your horse. The gun will scare everything up.
Yeah, so that's your first big tip that he gives you is make sure you don't use a gun when hunting because it'll scare the other animals around. And always hunt crouch. That way you don't make as much noise.
So. Maybe not.
Focus.
I'll watch YouTube. Eat this nasty burrito.
Well, you can still watch the live stream that I'm doing right now if you want.
It's easier in the snow, but once you get your eye in, you'll be able to track nearly as well in grass and wood.
You just have to go to my channel and it'll show it live.
Yep.
Okay, so tracking.
Try to stay low.
Tracking is a little difficult, but I prefer to do it from the eagle eye view, just because I can see the track a little better. But if you press R1 to focus, it actually does show the track, sort of, in the snow. You can actually see the tracks actually in the snow too, but it lights it up. But I prefer eagle eye because I can see further ahead.
Kinda?
Hello.
Okay, there we go. It says your network went out for a second.
Same for you.
Oh, that was weird.
I didn't see either one, so...
Yeah, I think me and Kata disconnected from each other for a second.
You see him? Quick, get that bow out, Arthur. Try to hit him in the neck or head. Quick and clean. Get good tension on the string before releasing. Just don't overdo it. Nice.
There we go, got him. I was having to be real careful with that. The neck and the head's where you want to hit them, but that is so difficult. Because their neck and head is the part that moves the most on a deer in this game. But if you can get that shot and get it well, you'll get the most once you start skinning animals and selling them to butcher shops and to craftsmen. If you can learn to headshot with a bow, you do the least amount of damage to the animal, therefore you get the most amount of money. So, and you also get the better resources too. What was that, Peach? Alright, so there's the second deer. You want to kind of work your way over to him, but don't get too close into him or her. I think it's actually a female. Yeah, no antlers, that's a female. At least I don't see any antlers.
Got it.
Got it.
Well done. I think that's all we can carry. Okay, you pick up one, I'll get the other.
And there goes another one running off.
Okay? It'll be fine once I get it on my shoulder. Okay.
So you can, this is also where it teaches you, you can either skin the animal or you can take the animal whole. If you skin the animal, of course you get the meat out of it and the skin and all that. Or you can take the thing whole, and in some places they'll actually pay you for the whole animal. And it also teaches you to press up on your controller to whistle for your horse. You'll need that a lot too, because sometimes you and the horse get separated and you gotta call your horse. Mine's moving slow, but it is snowing, so there it comes.
There we go. We finally found it.
Where is that horse at? There he comes. What are you doing, horse?
Come on, show that deer and let's go.
Well, I'm trying to, Charles. It ain't my fault the horse was walking into trees. I wasn't riding it. Alright. So anyway,
head back when you are.
Come on then, let's head back.
so yeah, that teaches, and that was basically the whole mission. Now we're gonna ride back into camp and give them the deer we just killed. But yeah, that was basically the whole purpose of that mission, was just simply to teach how to hunt with a bow.
You found him.
I knew you'd be okay with that bow.
Yeah, it's easier when they ain't shooting back.
We've seen that.
Considering how things were looking a
Where's
couple
the
of days
caveman?
back, well, maybe our luck is finally on the turn.
Seems to me we should be putting our effort into getting off this mountain now.
Soon. People are still weak, and well, you've seen how snowed in those wagons are. They ain't going nowhere until we get some more thaw.
You're probably right. And even if we do get off here, what then? We'll still have a big price on our heads.
This is a big country. We'll find somewhere to lie low. Dutch and Hosea will have a plan. You notice how Pearson's had a bottle in his hand ever since we fled Blackwater? We give the camp cook 5 minutes to grab the essentials and go, and he doesn't even bring a crumb of food.
Good that we caught more than one. A lot of mouths to feed.
And that girl from the ranch now, too, but not sure she'll be eating much.
She has a wild look in her eye.
You would, too. She lost her husband, her home, everything she had.
So what do we do with her?
Once we get out of here and we're back on our feet, we'll see. She might have family somewhere.
So it was O'Driscoll's you ran into there?
Yeah. Last thing we was expecting.
What is it with the O'Driscolls?
You ain't dealt with them? I suppose. Hell, we ain't run into them much the last 6 months. I guess because they've been over this way.
Yeah. I've heard a lot of talk about them.
Well, we've been scrapping over scores with them for years. Big gang. Nasty sons of bitches. Their leader, Colm, and Dutch go way back. And not in a good way.
Whoa.
Proper blood feud.
So I heard. Watch out. Bear up ahead. Let's see if we can find another way around.
He's got a lot of meat on him.
We've got enough here. No need to push our luck.
So basically, yeah, you don't want to...
Hungry. Stay well back. Spring storms like this are the worst for animals that sleep all winter.
Yeah, so you want to go all the way around. You don't want to get anywhere near the bear. You want to stay far, far away from them. Later on, you will actually hunt one, but
Cut up here.
This would not be the time to hunt a bear. And Javier makes a good, or I'm sorry, Charles makes a good point there. Spring storms, spring snowstorms like this are worse for animals like the bear that hibernate all winter because they're coming out of hibernation looking for food, and now you can't find food because of all the snow.
5-6 months?
Something like that?
Bet you didn't expect this.
What?
Any of this. Blackwater mess. Being up here?
Sooner or later, a job's gonna go wrong.
Yeah.
Nature of life.
I just thought you might have moved on by now.
You want me to move on?
No. No, not at all. I know you could run it alone, no problem.
I did that for a long time. I'm done with it. Always wondering if someone's gonna kill you in your sleep.
I still wonder that most nights.
I reckon you're okay. This suits me. Sure, I could fall in with another gang, but Dutch. You know,
Luther.
Dutch is different.
Oh, yes. Dutch is certainly different.
He treats me fair. Most of you do. And for a fellow with a black father and an Indian mother, that ain't normally the case.
Well, we need you now. More than ever.
Good.
And right there, he acknowledged the biracial that he is, black father and a Native American mother.
20 years?
Yeah. He taught me to read. John, too. Taught me a few other things, him and Hosea.
Huh. I'm sure.
Dutch saved me. Saved most of us. That's why we need to stick by him through this. He always sees us right.
Yeah, so like I said, this game handles
How's that new horse?
race and race issues actually very well by today's standards. Anyone that makes racist remarks or shows any sign of racism in the game are dignified as your enemy, and you kill them.
I don't know what Dutch would do if something happened
So
to the Count.
racism always is punished by death.
He's a drunk, miserable bastard, but
And in the same aspect, you control your character's beliefs. So basically your character believes what you do.
Fuck me faster than a bull. Won't take nobody.
But I like how Rockstar put it together. You know, you got this guy that's black dad and Indian mother, and they welcome. He says he's just as welcome and just as comfortable in the camp as anybody else is, because, you know, everybody's welcome in this group of this gang of thieves and whatever you want to call them, equally.
Boys.
And of course, like I said, later on you'll also see the stuff about women's suffrage and, you know, the fact that one of our ladies is going to prove to be just as equal of one of the men.
Thank you for
or of all the men, actually.
I only showed you a little. Takes a lifetime of practice to master.
I forgot to grab the deer.
Good work, boy.
Come back here. Well, yeah, if you're about to run out of gas, you do. I think you need to get somewhere and get some sleep.
Well. Just drop it down in here. What a surprise. Find a camp rat loitering around in the kitchen.
Is that any way to greet an old friend? I feel like we haven't spoken for days.
So that's Uncle.
Utmost to avoid.
He loves me, really. It's his sad way of showing affection.
No, it is.
Uncle's is one of the more comical characters.
Well, see you guys later. See, you got on just fine. Charles is a wonder. Have a drink, boys. You earned it.
In fact, Uncle and the Reverend
what
are
is
both
Baby
characters
rum,
that
sir. It's the only thing. The only thing.
that
Keeps
really
you
are
sane, it
more
does.
comical than
Seems to
useful
have done a treat on you.
in the camp.
You go rest that hand, Charles.
I'll be fine in a few days.
You mind helping me with the skinning, Mr. Morgan? It's easier if we do it together. Do I get to skin you? You're always one with the jokes, aren't you? Come on.
This really isn't a job for a man with a burnt hand. I'll see you both later.
You saw that one you dumped on the floor there.
So this is how it teaches you, you know, how to skin animals. Just a warning. Yeah, it's a little late now, but this is very realistic. You see the guts of the animal and all that.
Yeah. They always said you were a butcher. You know, you could trade these or sell these in pretty much any town. If you're looking to make a legitimate bit of money, of course. Right now, I'm just looking to get off this mountain alive. Well, if you catch anything else, you bring it to me. Sure. Thank you, Mr. Morgan. Heck, Arthur Morgan's first decent bit of hunting after all these years. Yeah, well, we're on the run now. Everyone's got to do their bit to survive. Just make a good stew. Folk need it. It's been a tough few days.
Alright, so that's the end of the third chapter. Or, I'm sorry, third mission of the first chapter. Yeah. Let's see, it's 2:30. I can probably get a couple more in real quick. I'd like to get at least the rest of chapter 1 done. It's a pretty short chapter, and I hate the snow. It amazes me that for somebody that loves this game, if I had to find a negative, it is the mountain snowy areas, because it's just a pain in the ass to deal with. You got to be wearing the right clothes. Even when you're playing the online version of this game, you got to have the right clothes on. You got to make sure that your horse is fit for it. You got to do this, you got to do that, and you're still losing energy. The mountains suck. The snowy mountains suck. Alright, so Old Friends is the next mission. Looking for information on the O'Driscolls' planned train job. Dutch leads the games onto an attack on their camp. So now we get to some action. Remember, the O'Driscolls is basically the sworn enemies of the Van der Linde gang. Apparently, the way the story goes, at one point Dutch and Colm got along, and then they had a dispute, and Dutch killed Colm's brother, and Colm killed Dutch's wife at the time. And they've been feuding ever since.
With you boys, because I thought you liked action. A couple of days on the lam, you lot have all turned yellow.
That's Micah. Micah's just, he's the newest member of the gang and kind of a dickhead. I don't like Micah. Never did.
I guess folks miss them. That fell. But when I fall, I don't want no fuss.
When you fall, there'll be a party.
Party? Probably. That funny, huh? Sure.
The young black kid's name is Lenny.
I don't feel like being laughed at by the likes of you two.
Stop it! Now,
And the
you fools
balding
punching each
gentleman
other when Colm O'Driscoll's need
is
punching
Bill.
Hard? You want to sit around waiting for him to come find us? All of you, we got work to do. Come on.
Are you sure about this, Dutch?
Yes.
Folks been through a lot recently. We hardly back on our feet yet.
And the last thing we need is to get bushwhacked by Colm O'Driscoll. Let's go.
I know you hate him, Dutch.
He's here for us.
I doubt that.
No, you're just doubting me.
I would never doubt you, Dutch. You always said revenge is a luxury we can't afford.
This is the right call, Arthur. Take this. And this is about more than revenge for business long ago. They were talking about trains and detonators here. Colm always had good information. Come on.
And you think now is the right time to hit a train?
Now you might fancy living on deer piss and rabbit shit. I'm getting too old for that life. Mr. Matthews, Mr. Smith, Mr. Pearson, would you please look after the place? There are O'Driscolls about. Yeah!
Alright, so this is the first time
Right, Arthur?
Yeah. He said
that we really are going to ride as a gang
They're camped near some lake.
and actually fight as a gang.
Find these bastards before they find us and rob this core they're planning.
Sounds like you need to bring Red Bull. So we've got, looks like 5 members of the gang, maybe 6 with us. We got Dutch, who of course you know he can shoot. He's the leader. I believe Bill's with us.
Horses, quite a few of them.
I believe Javier came with us. Charles is with us, I think. Or Charles may have stayed back.
Out here are us and them. They must be this way.
Pretty sure Mike is with us. That's who else is with us.
You good, Dutch?
Of course. Listen, I know you don't think much of my ideas recently, but this is the right move.
Okay. You know I got your back.
I learned a long time ago that you hit Colm O'Driscoll. You wait for him, and people you love will die.
This feud between you and him needs to be put to rest, one way or another.
It will be.
Some things I can forgive, others I can't forget. What he did to Annabelle, I can't do neither.
Annabelle's the wife that I had mentioned.
Yes, I did. Hope the bastards will be reunited soon enough. That's how this'll end.
Damn right, boss.
See that smoke? Let's cut up here and take a look. They said it was near the lake, so we must be close. Hold up here.
Whoa there.
God damn it.
Why my horse didn't stop? He's still walking around in circles.
All right, gentlemen. This is it. Are we goddamn ready?
Ready, Dutch.
Good. Now, Mr. Morgan and I, we're gonna head up here a little, see if we can't get a sense of the layout of the camp. Mr. Williamson, Mr. Bell, you two take up a hidden position just outside the camp. Mr. Summers, Mr. Escuela, you two hold position here. Let's go.
Yeah, okay. Lenny's the other one that came with us. His last name is Summers. So it was Lenny that was came with us too. So it's Dutch, Bill, Arthur, Lenny, Micah. I think that's everybody. And Javier. Every one of them's good with the gun, so that's important because that's what this mission's about.
Definitely them.
Home? I think so. Yeah, that's him.
So that's our first look at Colm O'Driscoll from a distance.
Who's he talking to? He don't seem very happy.
No, he doesn't.
They leaving?
Seem to be. Should we go get them?
No. Colm can wait. Best to get some of them out of there. And much less fun to rob him and his score if he never finds out about it. All right, let's go pay our old friends a visit.
Okay, so now we're gonna move back in.
Don't forget to grab that rifle from your horse.
Yeah, I'm glad they have Dutch remind you of that because I don't ever remember to take my weapons.
You two, get up there and keep us covered.
Sure thing.
So you have to get your weapons from your horse. And once you put them in your weapon wheel, you can carry them with you. I'm going to carry the shotgun. Yeah, I'm going to carry the shotgun and the rifle, the repeater.
Come on, let's go.
I like the repeater for a long distance weapon. And
circle around the far side and go down that way. Same
if somebody actually comes up on me, I can blast them one good time with a shotgun, and that's the end of it.
Can't afford.
Yeah, just wasn't sure you agreed with me.
Arthur, have you completely lost faith in me? Our needs right now are supplies, equipment, and a way out of here. Everything else, including Colm, can wait.
Okay.
There's enough of those bastards down there to deal with as it is. Now come on.
So I kind of forgot to mention this earlier when I was going over a little bit of John's background. So eventually John falls in love with a prostitute at a local saloon. And she decides to leave the business and gets out of her contract and decides to run with the Vanderlyn gang. And they have a child together, Jack. Jack will play a very important role in this story about halfway through the game. But for now, just know John has a son, Jack, and a wife, Annabelle. I think it's her. No, not Annabelle. Oh, what is her name? Screw it, I'll think of it in a minute. But yeah, his wife is in camp as well. Apparently someone down there has lost their tobacco.
Maybe I should take the lead on this. They're going to be gunning for you.
They ain't got me yet.
No, but the way our luck's been running.
Hush. Let's just get down there first. Down through these trees, quick.
By the way, you notice there's a track here. That's not our track, obviously, but we did send a couple of guys down here, so they're already down here.
Stay low.
Okay. It's getting ready to get real exciting here in a minute. But the first few kills, I think we can get stealthy.
So, what are we doing, Dutch? I can take this if you want.
Just make the call. You want to take the lead? Go. We don't have time to debate this.
Okay, fine. You make the move.
Kill every last one of these bastards.
Alright, so I was going to say, if he'll get out of my way and actually make it so I can get somewhere where I can kill somebody. I'm trying to get a headshot too easy. There we go. That was a good headshot. That's a headshot. Maybe just under the head.
Look out! We got more in those cabins to the right.
Oh, that actually missed his head somehow. That didn't.
Take out those bastards in the cabin.
I should have had that. Oh, come on now. Got him that time. I didn't realize the guy was up on the tower. Alright, we got him moving in from the other side.
Damn it, they're still hiding in those cabins.
You're messing with the wrong people, son of a bitch!
You still got some in those cabins.
You go! Say goodbye! You ain't gonna get another chance!
There are times I wish this game would follow a little more along the lines of Call of Duty's perspective of the bullet can go through a piece of wood. There we go. There we go. I got him. That should be the last one.
Search the bodies. Strip everything we can from them.
Okay, so if you kill someone, if you go over the dead body and hit triangle, you can loot the bodies. You will do this a lot in the game too, because that's where you'll find valuable items, money. But you can't sell anything that you steal off a body to a regular shop. There are shopkeepers called fences. Oh, here comes more of them coming in. But anyway, yeah, you sell things that you steal off of bodies. You sell those to fences instead of just shopkeepers, because the shopkeeper won't buy them. But the fence will pay a little more for them too. Think of a fence as like a pawn shop.
Shit, there's a lot of them. What do you think I'm gonna do? Do we hold ground here or go after them?
Let's go after them.
Say we killing the bastards. Come on, man. Everyone with me. Let's get into that forest and clear them out. I'm gonna kill you so good.
Alright. Oh, that's Micah. My bad, dude. now there's even more bodies to loot. Make sure you loot as many of them as you can. Especially right now, early in the game. I'm going to loot some, but again, as this is a replay of the mission, I don't get to keep any of this stuff, I don't think. So, I'm just going to go ahead and move on. But yeah. Oh, I picked the wrong item. There we go. But anyway, yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and... Can't resist at least checking some of them, but yeah, all the stuff that I'm getting here, I'm pretty sure I don't get to keep.
We don't have time to mess around.
So, I'm going to go on.
Good work, boys. Now, let's tear this place apart. Bill, you go search that wagon there. Mike, search that building. Arthur, you take that building to the left. All right, man, quick. Find those detonators, explosives, anything you can. Let's go.
Alright, so I'm supposed to be searching this building. Let's see what we got here.
Here. This looks good. What do you think, Bill?
Looks fine. Smells good.
Come on.
Dynamite.
Did we get everything?
Think so, boss? Found this on one of them.
Thank you.
This is perfect.
Oh, yeah? Interesting. This is something about the train they was gonna rob. Of Mr. Leviticus Cornwall. Mount back up. Let's keep moving. All right, let's get out of here. Proud of you boys. All of you. Not a man down.
Good work, fellas.
Remember that name, Leviticus Cornwall.
It's a hell of a name.
It will come back into play many times.
Outlaws for life, fellas.
He's rich.
Wait until we have John, Mac, Charles, and Sean back riding with us, and I know, they will all be back.
Well, you didn't get Combe, but this hit'll hurt him a lot more than any bullet in the head.
Especially when we rob this train, too.
Yeah, I guess we'll see about that.
Oh, indeed we will.
You know, he'll come after us.
Oh, of course he will, just like all the rest. But we're gonna stay a step ahead of them. Make sure we always know where they are before they know where we are. We allowed ourselves to get a step behind in Blackwater. That won't happen again. All right, dig in, fellas. Let's make some ground.
So the idea is to tap the X button at the same pace as the gallop of your horse.
You see that fella? Wasn't he at the camp with Colm?
Leave him to me.
All right, we're heading back. Just bring him back alive. He could be useful.
Okay, you got it.
So I gotta go catch this guy. Let's get out the old rope here in a minute. There it was. Alright. This is easier said than done, but I gotta rope the guy on the horse. Got him. Whoa, horse. Damn, don't kill him, we need him. Why is it doing that? That horse totally glitched it. There we go. Now we're gonna hog time.
You're coming with me.
Oh, God, no.
That horse is like totally would not stop and it glitched it. Well, you know what? Get off the horse.
I'm no use to you, really.
What the heck? Let's go ahead and steal his stuff too.
This is very kind of you.
Come on, I'm nobody, mister.
Alright, so we're gonna throw him on the back of the horse. And ride back to camp with him.
Come on.
We have us a
What's your
hostage.
name, boy?
I don't know.
You don't know your name?
It's Kieran.
Kieran what?
Duffy, Kieran Duffy.
Well, I ain't gonna lie to you. This is a real bad day for you, Kieran Duffy.
Where are you taking me?
Somewhere you ain't gonna like.
Why? What are you gonna do to me?
Something you ain't gonna like. So I'd advise you to save your breath for screaming.
No, please.
Alright, so let's take our new friend to camp. I have to slow down a little. My horse is starting to lose his stamina. Gotta let it kind of regenerate. The horse is just like us. It's got a health bar. It's got a stamina bar. And like I said earlier, don't name your horse after somebody you love, because you're probably gonna kill it. They're not very durable.
I don't want to die, mister. Have a heart, mister. Oh, take it easy. You're gonna break my ribs.
Are you trying to test me? Is that it? Because I will break every bone in your body.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay?
Not one more goddamn word. Am I clear?
Okay, okay.
That's 2 bones right there.
Alright, we're almost back to camp. Alright.
Here we are, you sack of shit. Let's introduce you to the boys.
Don't hurt me, please.
Alright, Kieran.
Oh, don't worry. They're real nice.
You found a little shit, did you?
Yep. I got him.
Very good. Welcome to your new home. Hope you're real happy here.
You want me to make him talk?
Oh, no. Now all we'll get is lies. Uncle, Mr. Williamson, tie this maggot up someplace safe. We get him hungry first. I got a saying, my friend. We shoot fellas as need shooting, save fellas as need saving, and feed 'em as need feeding. We are gonna find out what you need. I can't believe it! An O'Driscoll in my camp!
I ain't an O'Driscoll, mister! I hate that fella!
Oh, whatever you say, son. Well done, Arthur.
I'm just sorry we missed out on Colm.
Oh, there's time enough for that. Now, I gotta figure out if we can hit that train.
Okay.
So Arthur, during the actual regular run through this, writes a journal. And he keeps a journal. And this, I think this scene here is going to count. No, well, it might. Let's see. No, it didn't. I was going to say, it kind of at some point in that crossover stuff introduces the journal. Arthur's journal is always available. And, you know, you can read it at your own time, at your own pace. I'm not going to go through reading all of it, but it just provides kind of some backstory that they don't actually tell in the game. Like, there's a real good description of what was going on with the gang and how everybody joined the gang before the failed steamboat robbery in Blackwater. So it's somewhere that you can actually look. I think it might be under player. But they do keep his journal. Yeah, you go into Arthur. No, that's his stats. Where is that journal? There's some way to look at his journal. It might actually be. Let me see if it's in his satchel. Again, this is the actual file where I'm actually adding the game. We'll pick it up from here once we catch up. But, let's see. There it is. There's Arthur's journal. So, yeah, I'm not going to read all this, but he kind of explains the Blackwater thing. And as you go through your story, he will write more into it. So, definitely something interesting to read, you know, when you got time. Or when you're playing the game yourself. A lot of the stuff in it, though, I'm kind of going over as we play through. Alright, so there are, I think, 2 more missions left to do. There are. The next one is the train robbery. Who the hell is Leviticus Cornwall? In need of money, and with the plans and explosives stolen from the O'Driscoll's camp, the gang are going to ride out and rob the train. So, that's the next mission. This actually teaches you how to rob trains in the game, and you can actually rob trains of your own choice as well. You can rob banks at your own choice. You don't necessarily have to follow a storyline to do it. So, these are fun little side things you can do. But this just kind of explains.
Well, I thought you was reading him his last rites. Now I see you're introducing him to your other passion.
That's good.
I remind you to show me some respect, Mr. Morgan.
Mind away, Reverend. You're still here then?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. And you'll pay me. But for the moment, just rest.
Arthur, I think it's time for the train.
Want me to come?
Of course I do, but look at you.
I was always ugly, Dutch. It's just a scratch.
Don't lie still, son. Hello, Abigail. Yeah, look at you.
The boy wanted to see you, John.
He'd see me now. Or what's left of me. What about you?
Guess I was hoping to see a corpse.
Bide your time. You'll see plenty of them.
You're a rotten man, John Marston.
He is an idiot, Abigail. We all know it. Now, railway men. Bill, now you ride ahead and set the charge at the water tower just before the tunnel.
Ain't a problem. Why are we doing this? Weather's breaking. We could leave. I thought we was lying low.
Yeah, come on. What do you want from me, Hosea?
I just don't want any more folks to die, Dutch.
We're living, Hosea. We're living. Look at me. We're living. Even you. But we need money. Everything we has in Blackwater. You fancy heading back there?
No. Listen, Dutch, I ain't trying to undermine you. I just want to stick to the plan, which was to lie low, then head back out west. Now, suddenly we're about to rob a train.
What choice have we got?
Leviticus Cornwall's no joke, Dutch.
Who is Leviticus Cornwall?
He's a big railway magnate, sugar dealer, oil man.
Well, how good for him. Sounds like he has more than enough to share.
Dutch!
Gentlemen, it is time to make something of ourselves. Get your horses ready. We have a train to rob.
Alright, so we're gonna go get set up for the robbery.
Everyone ready? All right, let's head out.
Yeah, once I figure out which one's me.
Okay, gentlemen, listen up, all of you. According to the information so kindly provided to us by the O'Driscolls, the train will be coming north from Big Valley. We're gonna pick it off after it crosses the border into the Grizzlies. There's a raised spot there that should give us good vantage. Charles, you'll keep lookout for any outriders. How's that hand, by the way?
I'll be fine.
Good. I'll take the driver and engineer, then run point. Lenny and Javier, you two take the front cars, deal with any guards. Arthur and Micah, you head straight for the back. That's what we're after. Mr. Cornwall's private car.
You and me, Morgan.
Great.
Have you got a problem with that?
Not if you keep your head for once.
You worry about yourself, huh?
Enough! After Bill blows the tracks, we're gonna need to move fast. Is everyone clear on what they're doing?
Yep, crystal.
Yes, boss.
Good. Now come on. Let's ride.
Alright, so Bill Williamson, one of the big attributes he brings to the gang, even though it's not really going to show here, is he has a knack, shall we say, for explosives. So, a lot of times, anytime you need something that's going to explode or blow up, Bill's your guy. And that actually carries over into Red Dead Redemption 1. Where Bill Williamson's character also is very big on explosives.
Out of the snow, finally.
Feels good, doesn't it? But we need to get this done fast. Now it's thawing, before anyone gets up here after us. Oh, look at you boys. See? This is what I call a crew. Micah Bell, Charles Smith, Arthur Morgan, Javier Escuela, and what about young Lenny here? Always the first man on his horse.
Just happy we're back at him, Dutch.
You sure you're ready for this, kid?
Of course I'm ready.
Just stay calm. Keep your eyes sharp. That goes for all of you. No mistakes. Not again.
So we do this, then we go back to Blackwater to collect.
I always loved coming out of the snow and getting back into the, you know, all this grass. It finally feels like you got some room to breathe. I just find the snow to be almost suffocating.
We go back, and that's the end of it.
So it's good that it's starting to thaw.
You'll just have to trust me. And if the O'Driscolls are right, there'll be a stack of railroad bonds on this train. Good money, once we work out how to cash them. Now everyone, shut up and get your mind on the job at hand. Come on. There's the water tower. Hold up here on the ridge.
There we go. My horse actually stopped for once.
Yeah. You want to head down, see how he's getting on?
Okay.
Huh?
Alright, so there's a little trail you follow here that takes you down to Bill. You cannot jump off the cliff and get down here and survive. I've tried it. It does not work. So just take the trail down, follow the water, and then Bill's right up here.
How you getting on?
Yeah. I'm okay.
You sure?
Of course.
Can I help a little?
All right. Go ahead and set up the detonator by those rocks over there.
Okay, sure.
Now just unspool the wire and then attach it to said detonator.
Alright, so he's setting up the dynamite here at the bridge. And there's the detonator way over there. Again, Bill has some common sense. You notice he put the detonator right there behind the big giant rock so he can duck. And once you get to it, he'll cut the wire and connect it.
Okay, this is good.
All right. That should do it. You head back up to the others. I got it from here.
Alright, so now we're going to get back on our horse and we're going to go back up the same path. So just go back to the water, follow the stream, down until you get to the path that leads back up.
Just be ready to move quick, and remember the plan. All of you, no mistakes. What's going on?
He says all fine.
We'll soon find out.
Everything okay?
I think so.
Okay, cover your faces. Train should be here any minute now.
Alright, so to get your mask, you bring it up in your item menu. And once we get control again, I'm going to switch to my weapon wheel. So in theory, he's gonna set the detonator, blow up the tracks, and the train's gonna stop.
Here we go.
Except it didn't work.
Shit, no, what? God! Oh, you have got to be kidding me. Where did you find that moron? You said it was fine. It's my fault. Come on! You're pathetic. You know that?
So never mind, I did actually pick up my weapon that I wanted.
Here we go! Hey, down here!
Alright, so...
Help!
We're gonna get Lenny.
Now stop yelling!
Help!
Yeah, you're okay. Now, let's go slow this thing down.
Okay, that was Javier, by the way, that fell off the train, and it doesn't actually explicitly tell you, but you saw he actually was getting up and brushing himself off. Javier survived falling off of a moving train. That's one tough Cuban. At least I think he's Cuban. It will eventually tell me, and if I'm wrong, I'll say I'm wrong. I believe he's Cuban.
He fell! The others will get him.
Come on, let's get to the front.
So now we're on the
We
train.
need to stop this train.
There's another guard up ahead. You want me to take him?
Get him, kid.
Yes, you go.
Okay.
Good job, kid. I like to let Lenny do it because, I mean, he's a really, really good kid and a good character.
Should we move up?
If it would let me do what I'm trying to do. That's what I was trying to do. So this is where you get Deadeye, which is basically an automatic kill shot if you hit it.
We moving up?
Son of a bitch got me.
Do not let them stop this train.
Okay. Again, you want to loot if you're playing your first run of it, your original run of it, you're going to want to loot.
Shouldn't we push up?
Because these guys have lots of good stuff on them, but
I'm good. What the hell is Bill doing?
as it really doesn't matter.
Well, I hooked up the wire, but we won't mention that.
I'm going up. We have to stop this train.
I had to reload my damn gun, still getting hit.
What you doing there?
I'm okay. We gotta hurry. We have to stop this train.
Damn thing is getting stuck in the background. But yeah, loot if you're playing it the first time, playing it for your first time.
Get him off me!
There we go. Oh, I didn't mean to skip that. That was my bad. Anyway, so we stop the train and then more guards come. That was my bad. I didn't mean to skip that.
Shit, more guards coming. For that train car.
Just keep shooting the guards.
There better be some money at the end of this.
All these bastards must be guarding something. Still okay?
I think so.
Good.
Damn, he's got an arm. Who is this guy?
Doing good, kid. Where the hell are you?
I don't know. Oh, shit. Look, they're coming out of that last car.
We're gonna get out of this.
Oh, I know we are. Hey, there's the other
Good shooting, kid.
I can see now why the O'Driscolls brought so many boys
Oops.
up here for this.
Great.
Arthur, get
I
over
failed.
here.
That's alright, I didn't die. I almost died, but I didn't die. So again, if you're playing...
Two all right?
Yes, let's
Loot.
get the money and go.
We got some fellas holed up in this last car.
Definitely loot.
What are you boys
Loot the
planning on
train, loot
doing,
everything.
man?
I'm not going to do that because, like I
Listen to
said, it
me.
doesn't count toward me.
We
But
don't want
loot.
to kill any of you. Any more of you.
That's the main purpose of a train robbery anyways, to get the money.
We will.
I work for Leviticus Corps.
Come on, boys.
We got our orders.
Okay. You asked for it.
We ain't
5,
opening this door.
4, 3, 2, 1. Seems our friends have gone deaf. Wake them up a little. That's enough. Mr. Williamson, give Mr. Morgan and Mr. Smith some dynamite. You two boys go blow that door open.
Alright.
Now, it don't matter too much to us, but you boys in there might want to take a step back.
Seems good enough.
Here we go.
Now light the fuse.
Unless you got a death wish, I'd step back, fellers.
All right, come on. Just walk on out. We don't want to kill you. We just want to rob your boss. Get on up there. Search that train.
Look at this place. It's like a palace.
Well, now I've seen everything. Oh, you two got the safe? I'll search the rest.
Oh, yes. Should be easy as cake.
So there's a lot of
Just gonna
letters and
stand there,
things
kid.
here.
Pour me some brandy, will ya?
You can read those in your own run.
Me and Arthur did
They
all
just give a
the
little
work.
bit of background
kid did
on
good.
Cornwall.
Didn't see you rushing to jump on that train.
He's keen. I'll give you that.
What you're looking for actually is this
Okay,
lockbox, though.
See if we can get this open. On.
I think I got him.
Nice.
Well, thank God. Come on.
So we didn't end up blowing their safe open, which is fine. And like I said, rob the train. There's things like cigars and stuff in there. And tobacco does help your dead eye. Gives you better aim. Alright, so...
What did you find?
These bonds. They worth anything?
Oh, sure. Bearer bonds. I think we can probably sell these pretty easily. Well done. Now, would you get rid of all of this?
The train?
Yeah, get it out of here.
What about them?
What do you think?
I don't know.
It's up to you. Kill them, leave them here, take them with you on the train. Just make sure they don't send no folk after us.
Okay.
See you back at camp. When you get back, we'll be moving on. The rest of you, let's ride!
Alright, so... we can do what we want to them.
Okay. Get on the train. Quick. All of you. Any bright ideas, I kill all three. So behave. Come on. Move. If I hear so much as a footstep from this car, you'll end up like...
Get on.
You damn lunatic! I thought we had a deal.
Whatever. I'll let him run. He doesn't run off. He'll die out in the wilderness anyway. I was trying to get him to get in the car and he wouldn't get in the car, so I popped him in the head and then he ran off. Probably should have just pointed my gun at him, but it don't matter. Here it is. Let's get this train rolling again. In any case, so then you get back on the horse and you go back to camp. So that's that mission. Wasn't the cleanest run, but that wasn't a bad run either. Just don't forget, I keep repeating it, but it's really important. Loot. For God's sake, loot. Trust me, once I get to the actual live, you know, once I get back to where I'm at in the game and I'm actually adding to my character, I will be looting like crazy. Alright, so that's all but one more. There's one more mission, and that'll be the end of chapter 1. That's probably where I'll end the stream for tonight, as it is getting late, and I have another 8 hours to pull tomorrow. So eastward bound, the renewed strength and the weather finally stable, the gang ride down from the mountains to set up camp at Horseshoe Overlook. So yeah, basically the end of each chapter is, a lot of times it's just relocating, and the reason why is so they can open up another section of the map, which is huge. You do not ever want to go to Blackwater except for one time. There's one mission that will require you to go there, but the rest of the time it does no good to get down there. I mean, you can go down there and you can try to explore and everything, but you are wanted dead or alive the entire time. And quite frankly, you're probably just going to get shot all to hell, so it's not really worth it.
So
I don't recommend it.
We're gonna try. Weather seems stable.
And we just robbed the Leviticus Cornwall train.
We got money in our pockets. The worst is behind us, gentlemen. So the question is, where now?
I know this country a little. I told you, we should set up camp in Horseshoe Overlook near Valentine. We'll be able to hide out there, no problem, as long as we keep our noses clean.
Well, then let's go. Clean noses and everything else. Arthur, you're in that one. Bring Hosea. I know you two like to talk about the good old days and what's gone wrong with old Dutch.
Oh, you made it home? That's good.
Good, I'm glad you made it home. Another thing that makes this game so great is the fact that every aspect of it just sets the mood. From the music, the soundtrack, like this is a really beautiful, just orchestrated little musical number that just kind of fills in the gap where you're, you know, riding in the wagons, working your way to the new location.
Hey, Micah, get over here!
Yes, boss.
You two ride up ahead, make sure there's no surprises. We've had enough of those.
Me with the boy?
Just go.
Come on, kid. You can buy me a whiskey.
Okay, so we're riding in the caravan.
Get us out the stream. Gotta keep us moving, but calm.
Ah, shit!
Okay, let's take a look.
You all right back there?
Does everything look all right?
Well, what's going on?
I broke the goddamn wheel.
All right, let's get it fixed.
You need help?
I reckon we can handle it. All right, Charles, you and me hold the thing up while you try and put the wheel back on, Arthur.
You still strong enough to hold up a wagon?
Shut up.
I'm just saying.
Wow.
Don't say less. Pick the wheel up. Nearly there. There.
See? You ain't so useless after all.
Not quite.
So yeah, that would be automotive on a wagon.
What do you think? If they wanted trouble, we wouldn't have seen them.
Poor bastards. We really screwed them over down here. Come on, let's not push our luck.
What happened?
Well, get in. I'll tell you.
So now they're going to go into basically the Indian Wars and how basically the Indians were massacred, the white man stole their land, and they were forced to move on to reservations.
Yes. The Indians in these parts got sold a very raw deal. This is the heartlands we're going to. Good farming and grazing country, they lost it all. Stolen clean away from them it was, every blade of grass. Killed or herded up to the reservations in the middle of nowhere.
And how's that different from anywhere else?
Well, maybe it's not. I just heard some of the army out here was particularly unpleasant about it.
Unpleasant? How do you rob and kill people pleasantly? We don't, in spite of Dutch's talk.
I fear I was perhaps trying to simplify something more complicated for the benefit of our block-headed driver here.
Hey, don't blame it on me. Never forget, this here's a con man, Charles, born and bred. Just 'cause it sounds fancy don't mean he knows a damn thing about what he's talking about. So,
Well, I'm glad you made it home
what happened
safe.
to your tribe?
I don't even know if I have one.
And
At least not
and I guess I will talk to you on here, seeing as you are no longer a Walmart associate.
He told me he lived with our people for a while. A number of free men did, but
You
when we
you
were
take
forced
care.
to move from our lands, the three of us fled. I was too young to really remember much. My whole life I've been
Right, you just promoted yourself to customer.
A couple years later, some soldiers captured my mother.
Now you get to come by
Took her
choice.
somewhere. We never saw her again. We drifted around. He was a very sad man, and the drink had a mean hold on him. Around 13, I just took off on my own.
That was about the age we found young Arthur here. Maybe a little
He
older.
could have said
A
goodbye.
wilder delinquent you never did see. But he learned fast.
Not as fast as Marston, apparently.
Wait, I don't understand. What's the problem
You
between
might
you
have.
two?
Arthur?
It's a long story. We still heading the right way?
That depends. Are we still heading west in search of fortune and repose in virgin forests as we planned? No. Are we heading in the correct direction on our desperate escape from the law eastwards down the mountains? Yes, I believe so.
You know this area?
A little. I've been through a couple of times. There's a livestock town not too far from here called Valentine. What are we stopping for?
I think I'm gonna go to bed.
Okay. Good night, guys.
Night.
Anyway, so. Ew.
Cowboys, outlaws, working girls, our kind of place.
Driscoll's?
Probably them too.
Pinkertons?
Let's hope not.
And this place we're going. Wait, what's it called again?
Horseshoe Overlook.
It's a good place to lie low?
It'll do for now. And how low do you think Dutch is really going to lie? It's just, you know, maybe it's me who's changed, not him, but we kept telling him that ferry job didn't feel right. You and me had a real lead in Blackwater that could have worked out.
Maybe.
It just isn't like Dutch to lose his head like that.
Things go wrong sometimes. People die. It's the way it is. Always has been. Me, you, Dutch. We've all been in this line of work a long time. And we're still here, so... I figure we must have got it right a hell of a lot more than we got it wrong. What are you working on there, anyway?
Just some yarrow and ginseng. Good for the health. Better than that stuff you buy in the store. Yeah, you can have all this. I'm at the point where I can do it with my eyes closed.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Yeah.
So that's a quick explanation about herbs, and you will find herbs everywhere. And each herb does a different thing. Some of them help increase like certain things in your, like your health and your stamina and such, and then some herbs and things like that do other things. So yeah.
There you are, brother. Head in there. Follow the track for a bit.
Thanks.
Hey, slow up. I'll jump on. Okay, let's go.
Alright, so...
Any trouble getting in here, Javier?
Nope. It went well. This is a good spot.
Excellent. I think this will work for us, Arthur. For now, anyway. Here we are, gentlemen. Home sweet home.
You weren't wrong, Hosea. This place is perfect.
I hope so.
Gentlemen, we have survived.
For now.
Now, it is time to prosper.
Arthur and I were about to prosper in Blackwater. We were onto something big. Then Micah got you all excited about that ferry, and here we are.
We have all made mistakes over the years, Hosea. Every last one of us. But I kept us together. Kept us alive. Kept the nooses off our neck.
I guess I'm just worried. I ain't got that long, Dutch. I want folks safe before I go.
Me too.
And now we are stuck. East of the Grizzlies and out of money. And a long way from our dream of virgin land in the west.
I know, my brother. But we are safe. We make a bit of money here. Then we move again. Head out around them. Be west of Uncle Sam. In a few months, buy some land.
I hope so.
Would you just look around you? This world has its consolations.
Gentlemen, I'm going to head into the local town and, you know, see if I can strike up a little business.
Of course, Herr Strauss. I prefer robbing banks to usury. Seems more dignified somehow. Now, everyone, put your tools down for a moment. Come on, gather round. Quickly now. I know that things have been tough, but we are safe now, and we are far too poor. So it is time for everyone to get to work.
Get to work, but stay out of trouble. Remember, we are itinerant workers.
Laid off when they shut down our factory to the north. Now get out there and see what you can find. Uncle, Reverend Swanson, no more passengers. It is time for everyone to earn their keep.
There is a town a little way down the track named Valentine. Livestock town, all mud and morons, if I remember right. That seems a decent place to start.
And, we need food. Real food. That means every day. One of you.
And remember, whatever it is that you find, the camp gets its slice. Now be sensible out there.
Now, the girls have your tent ready, Mr. Morgan. Come with me. You two will be ready shortly. We put you over here.
I'm sure everything will be fine, Miss Grimshaw.
It should be. Most of your stuff from Blackwater got saved.
Everything apart from my money.
Oh, don't remind me.
Well, we can always make more money.
We're gonna have to. Miss Jackson, I've seen shit with more common sense than you. Do it properly.
Alright, so, that's pretty much all of Chapter 1, and now we've worked our way to Horseshoe Overlook, which is the area that I'm currently in now, but I've done a few missions in Horseshoe Overlook, so, I guess next stream, maybe tomorrow, or, you know, whenever I do decide to stream again. Excuse me. Yeah, next stream, whenever I decide to stream again, we will start working on the ones that I haven't done in this chapter of the game yet. Which I didn't look to see how many of those there are. Chapter 2, there's 8 missions that I've already done in Chapter 2. And, yeah, we'll get those done and then we'll be ready to pick it up from right here, Arthur's current position right here. Just to give you an idea of how the map looks when you're actually playing through it. There are markers, as you can see. We've got Leopold Strauss here. We got a Micah mission down here. And we also got a Javier mission right there. So we got 3 missions that we can do still in Chapter 2. This spot here, that red, that is Fort Wallace. You don't go there. You don't go anywhere near there. You will get destroyed. Interestingly enough, Fort Wallace actually plays a big part in the beginning of the original Red Dead. So that's probably where you've heard that name before. But anyway, I'm going to call it a stream for now. And, next stream we'll work on Chapter 2, get ourselves caught up, and we'll be ready to continue on with our Red Dead Redemption 2 story run. So like and subscribe if you liked it. Feel free to drop me a line, let me know you're watching it, what you're thinking, and we'll see you next time.